Hey, what's up guys? I feel like coming at you with another awesome Weiss Schwarz deck profile, and today's deck profile is going to be on Bang Dream. Now we have actually opened a Bang Dream box up here on the channel. If you guys would like to check it up, you can find it on my channel. Today's deck profile, of course, is going to be a more unique profile than you have seen for Bang Dream before. Rather than building a more band-focused deck, I decided to focus on a specific character. Given the release of the recent Bang Dream special set, my personal favorite character, Udagawa, the drummer of Roselia, did actually receive a grade 3, and it actually inspired me to get off my ass and actually build this deck. So guys, I hope you like it. I've done my best to play as many of the Akko cards as you can in the deck, remembering of course, despite having the special set, a full Roselia trial deck, and the full band set, Akko does not have enough cards to build a 100% pure Akko deck, but I've done my best to use all the other cards that have some relevance to Akko in some way. I hope you guys like the profile, and let's get started. Starting off at grade 0, guys, we have 4 copies of Akko Little Demon King. So this card is Akko's level 0 beat stick, and it's not great, but it's not horrible. So first ability is, while it's on the field, we can't add characters from our waiting room to our hand, which isn't really a problem as we don't play gate triggers. However, it does block our level 0 bond, so we have to be careful about how we use this card. The other effect, of course, is if we level up, she's sent from the field to the waiting room. But for a level 0 4K beat stick, those are pretty fair limitations. Next up, guys, we have 3 copies of Angelic Smile. Akko Udagawa. It is her very own Brainstormer, which is something that not every character in the set can actually boast. She does give 500 in front. Unfortunately, she is a self-draw Brainstormer. Would much rather her have a search Brainstormer instead. Thankfully, of course, we do have a card we can run in the deck. It is the Tomoe Patient in Pajamas, which of course is Akko's older sister, and the artwork of course does also feature Akko. Her first effect is an effect solely for Afterglow characters, which we're not going to worry about, as this is one of the only 2 Afterglow cards we play in the whole deck. The other effect, which is the important effect, is a pay 1, rest 2, deck search Brainstormer. Of course, guys, we also play 3 copies of the Aya runner because Aya is pretty adorable and it is a mill runner, and this deck does struggle with milling itself out super consistently. But I mean, that's what you get when you try and build around a character. Next up, guys, our last 3 cards for grade 0 are Over the Blue Roses Yukina. So she has 2 effects. Her first effect is pay 1 bond to Over the Blue Roses Rinko, and her second effect is pay 1 bond to Over the Blue Roses Akko. So you can pay, because they're separate effects, you can pay 2 stock off 1 Rinko and get of 1 Yukina and get both characters. You do have to be careful though, if your level 0 Akko is on the field, you cannot use either of these effects. Moving on to grade 1, guys, we play 4 copies of Stage Akko Udagawa. It's not the best grade 1 beat stick, but at least it's all she has. So when she attacks, check top. If it's a music character, she gets plus 2k till the end of the turn. It's not great, but it's better than nothing, and it's still a 1-0 beat stick, so better than a 1-1 that does nothing. Next up, guys, we have 3 copies of Stage Tomoe Udagawa. It is a 1-0 with Alarm. So if her first effect is if you have 4 or more other music characters, she becomes a cost 0 clock bomb, and her alarm effect is if she's on the top of your clock, you give 1 character hand on call until the end of the turn in the combat phase, which is pretty cool. Next up, guys, we play 4 copies of Crystal Song Yukina. Now, I didn't really want to play this card in the deck as it is a Yukina card very, very specifically rather than a Akko card, but the deck struggles with milling and it's very stock intensive late game, so this is a really good way to mill the deck consistently. So it's Climax combo with Ziet. When it attacks, check the top 4 cards of your deck, add a music character from those to your hand. So, unfortunately, we do have to play it because we need some consistent mill in the deck. Moving on to our 1-1s, we play 2 copies of the Akko Nurse Only for Tomoe. It is a 1-1 level assist. She does have a Resonate ability with the grade 3 Yukina from the band set, the band booster, which I don't play in the deck, so we're not going to really worry about its Resonate effect. She's just a level assist. And finally, we have 2 copies of Aya working on Tanabata. So this is Aya's 1-1 2k counter. Obviously, there are better counters to play, but on theme, I feel this is really the only thing that we can actually play. We don't get the stock charge effect because obviously we're only playing 3 colors in the deck. Moving on to grade 2, guys, we have 2 copies of Over the Blue Roses, Rinko. So she is a level assist. Yes, we play 4 level assists. But, I mean, considering this does combo with the same card as our grade 3, and we do run it because they actually work really well together, and I really want to run the Akko level assist because I actually really like the artwork on it, especially the SSP artwork, which looks amazing. So this card's climax combo effect is to discard 1, rest 2 of your standing Roselia characters. That's very important to be Roselia, so you will have to play over your Tomoe Brainstormer, which is of course why you do have the Akko Brainstormer as well if you really need it. And you can pick 3 cards from your opponent's waiting room and shuffle them back to a deck, which is pretty cool. And our last 2 grade 2s are of course 2 copies of the Akko Single-Minded Ambition counter. It is a 2/5 counter, so it's not the 3k counter from the trial deck, but obviously which is just a vanilla 3k counter. The booster Akko 2/1 counter is actually a lot better because when we use it, we get to give one of our characters when they reverse an opponent's character, put it on the bottom deck, which is very handy. Moving on to our grade 3 guys. First off, we have the grade 3 that makes the whole deck actually work, which is Over the Blue Roses Akko Udagawa. So she gets 500 power for every other Roselia character on the field. Again, she won't get power from the Tomoe Brainstormer, which is a bit of a shame. She does have Climax combo with Over the Blue Roses. Pay 2 when she attacks, burn your opponent for 4 damage. She doesn't heal, which is a shame. So she's not the best grade 3, but at least Akko got a grade 3 and it's a finisher, so we have something at least. And our last 2 characters for the deck are 2 copies of Aya. How about some potatoes? It's from the Pastel Palette trial deck. Heals on play and on attack. Give one of our music characters plus X, where X is the number of music characters we have times 500 until the end of our opponent's turn. We're not always going to heal because we always want to prioritize getting the Akko off, but it's there in case you really need it. Moving on to our climaxes, guys, we play a simple 3-3-2 spread. So we play 3 copies of Over the Blue Roses, which copies with our level 2 Rinko and level 3 Akko respectively. We have 3 copies of Ziet, which is with our Yukina, and of course Akko is featured on the artwork there, which is really nice. And obviously we should be playing 4-4, but because Akko does actually have her own climax, which is called This Song Is Fun, she does have a +2 soul from the trial deck. I feel like I do need to play this in the deck. Prior to adding Yukina to the deck in earlier builds, I did play 4 copies of this and 4 copies of Over the Blue Rose, but I've cut this to 2 and the deck seems to work pretty fine. I am a little upset that we can't actually run First Live Gumboro, which is the pants trigger from the trial deck, which I really love the artwork for, but we just don't have the space. Like, if I didn't want to play if the +2 soul wasn't an Akko, I would probably play this, but as much as I love this artwork, we just don't have space for it in the deck. But anyway, guys, that is it for the deck profile. If you like this, please let me know in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to check out some of my other profiles as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you for my next video.